Welcome back to Coding Content, where we unravel the mysteries of programming without making you want to throw your computer out the window. Today, we're diving into a concept that's a game changer for anyone tired of writing repetitive code: loops. Yes, loops, the secret sauce to not writing 10 million lines of code. Because who has time for that? Not me, and definitely not you. Imagine you're playing a video game, and instead of fighting the same enemy over and over, the game does it for you. That's basically what a loop does in programming. It's like having your own personal assistant who follows instructions without complaining or demanding coffee breaks. So, let's unravel this magical world of loops, where redundancy goes to die. First up, we have the for loop. Think of it as the overachiever of loops. It knows exactly how many times it needs to run before it even starts. It's like setting your alarm clock 5 times in the morning because you know you'll hit snooze 4 times. With a for loop, you set your starting point, your ending point, and how fast you want to get there. And just like your alarm, it keeps going until you finally get out of bed, or, in programming terms, until it meets the condition you've set. Now, meet its laid-back cousin, the while loop. The while loop doesn't care how many times it runs. As long as the condition is true, it's happy to keep going. It's like watching a cat chase its tail. It'll keep doing it until it either gets dizzy or you intervene. The while loop is perfect when you're not sure how many times you'll need to repeat something, like waiting for your code to compile without any errors, which, let's be honest, might take a while. But wait, there's more. Introducing the do-while loop. It's like the while loop's adventurous sibling. The do-while loop guarantees at least one run, no matter what. It's as if it says, I'll try anything once. It executes the code block first, and then checks if it should keep going. It's perfect for those scenarios where you just want to dive in headfirst and ask questions later. Now, let's talk about the dreaded infinite loop. It's the programming equivalent of being stuck in a traffic circle with no exits. Infinite loops happen when the loop condition never becomes false, and trust me, they're as fun as they sound. It's like trying to leave a party, but the host keeps insisting, just one more song. The key to avoiding these is ensuring your loop condition eventually fails, or you'll be stuck in an endless cycle of despair. Loops are essential because they save you from writing the same code over and over. They make your programs efficient and keep your codebase from looking like a novel. Think of loops as your coding time machine. They let you fast forward through repetitive tasks and focus on the fun stuff, like debugging. Before we wrap up, remember that loops, just like life, need balance. Too many, and your program becomes a tangled mess. Too few, and you're missing out on their full potential. It's all about finding that sweet spot where your code is as efficient as your gaming skills, or maybe even better. So, next time you find yourself copying and pasting a block of code, stop and think, is there a loop for this? Because there probably is, and it's waiting to make your life easier. Embrace the loops, my friends, and let them do the heavy lifting. That's all for today's episode of Coding Content. Keep those loops spinning and your code running smoothly. And remember, when in doubt, loop it out. Happy coding.